The Sims 3 Island Paradise is the 10th expansion pack for The Sims 3. Island Paradise is about giving the Sims paradise and experiencing it. It's vacation themed. It also has a new world named Isla Paradiso, an archipelago with islands to explore. This expansion pack was announced during a live event and press conference in January 2013, and was released on June 25th, 2013 in the US. It's similar to The Sims Vacation, The Sims 2 Bon Voyage, and the first expansion pack, The Sims 3 World Adventures. This was one of my favorite expansion packs for The Sims 3. I recall when this came out and I was super hyped. I asked my dad to buy it for me and then I played it for hours on my computer. This was during the Origin days, if you know what I mean. Now we're in our EA era. RIP Origins. Now, let's dive right into everything you need to know about The Sims 3 Island Paradise. Island adventures in paradise await your Sims. From exploring the Isles in fully customizable houseboats to creating a 5-star resort experience, your Sims will love the carefree tropical lifestyle. Nautical Sims can set sail between islands and dive underwater to uncover sunken treasure, or maybe even befriend a mermaid. With innovative features never before seen in the Sims PC franchise, and a world of new possibilities on land and in sea, your Sims will reap the benefits of their own island paradise. Every single time I started this expansion pack, I always loved the loading screen. Then again, the iconic Sims 3 loading screens always got me hyped to play the game. But anyway, as you load in the game, there are many different game features that are really cool. Okay, so the create a sim portion of the game. So of course, there's some new things that you can do. So first, the traits. One of the new ones would be loves to swim. These Sims are like fish in the sea and gain a special joy by being in the water. The next one is sailor. Sailors love the open sea and would much rather be on a boat than on land. Their aquatic experience means they are better at catching fish and are less likely to get seasick. There are also some new radio stations, so island life and beach party. And as we create our Sims, we have a lot of hairstyles that are new, so male and female ones that are really nice and obviously match the aesthetic of the expansion pack. Also, we have some more clothing options for the male and female Sims, and they're really nice, obviously aquatic and vacation beach themed. There are some new tattoos and new lifetime rewards, one of them being a strong stomach. Nausea and seasickness are things of the past. Lungs of steel, go scuba diving without the fear of running out of air. Hotel mogul, learn to squeeze every ounce of profitability out of your resorts. Mermatic kelp, which gives you a bite-sized bit of mermatic kelp strong enough to bring out the fish in any sim. Uncharted island map. If there's an island to be found, this map will surely reveal it. Friend of the Kraken. The fearsome Kraken bows to your will. Boats that you are on will never be targeted by the Kraken. And you can also order the Kraken to wreak havoc on any boat that you wish. That's kind of evil. And finally, permanent mermaid. Your mermaid sim no longer needs to swim frequently in order to maintain their fish-like features. Now we have some new lifetime wishes. Deep sea diver. The bottom of the ocean hides treasures and creatures never seen by land-dwelling Sims. Only the bravest and foolhardy divers can survive the deadly deep, searching for underwater riches. Don't forget to bring your oxygen tank. And there's Resort Empire. To become a true mogul, your sim will need to manage employees, maintain a profit, and always satisfy patrons. Once your sim has created the perfect resort empire, travelers from all around will flock for a chance to stay at your luxurious getaway. Seaside Savior. Anyone can be a lifeguard, but a sim that rescues drowning Sims is a true hero. Be a hero in your town. Lastly, Grand Explorer. There are mysterious lands yet to be charted by any sim. To find them, your sim must set sail, brave the high seas, and dive the deepest oceans. Search high and low for these uncharted islands and claim them as your own. In The Sims 3 Island Paradise, there is a new career. It's called the lifeguard. Sims can join the profession by going to the city hall or clicking on the lifeguard chair at the beach, in addition to the newspaper and computer. This is a playable career, so you have to keep a watch over people in the sea of the beach you are working on. For this career, you have to improve your athletic and charisma skill. If you're a rank 10 lifeguard and save 35 Sims, you'll get a really cool special reward, well, a special title of an uncharted island. Your Sims can now take off across the waves to discover new islands and explore like never before. Whether by paddle boat, speedboat, or fully customizable houseboats, what will you discover? I think my favorite feature was just the houseboats because you were able to just spawn in the game and then just have a houseboat right off bat. I love that you can just have a houseboat just right when you get in the game because then it kind of makes you more immersed in it. Build the best resort in the islands. You can specialize in water slides and buffet tables to attract families, build pool bars where single Sims can meet and flirt, or you can actually just make a romantic retreat for other Sims. You can actually choose the amenities and the prices, and that can obviously affect your reviews and profits. As you start to get enough star ratings, you'll be just basically rich in the game. You'll have a lot of simoleons. Life is a beach. See what surprises await beneath the sea. This is really cool because your Sims can develop the scuba diving or snorkeling skill, and as they develop it, they can find new islands or long lost treasures. When I first start the game, my whole goal is to maximize their diving and snorkeling skills just so they can do this. Also, there are just like new ways to build, and of course your customizable houseboats that you can use to travel. I think hands down, it's one of my favorite unique game features with The Sims 3, well, right next to the supernatural one. Okay, so let's talk about the underwater features. Sims can go underwater and discover new collectibles, like seashells, marine life, using scuba diving and snorkeling skills. There are new types of fish, sharks, and the kraken. Sims may encounter sharks on the surface or while they are diving in a dive spot. Sharks will only appear on lots that have a shark spawner. By default, only Isla Paradiso has pre-placed shark spawners. There are only 4 types of sharks in the game, which are the black-tip reef shark, tiger shark, lemon shark, and the great white shark. There is a 5% chance that sharks may attack Sims. An additional 2% chance for each meat and fish inside the Sim's inventory. An additional 20% chance if a Sim watches the sharks. So, don't do that. When a shark attacks the Sim, the chance to win the fight is based on how many skill points the Sim has in athletic, martial arts, and scuba diving skills. Having 0 points will guarantee a loss, while having 10 will guarantee a victory. And if the Sim has a loves to swim trait, there is a 30% chance they'll win the fight. Now, if the Sim loses the fight, they will get the mauled by shark and grasping for air moodlets. If the Sim is attacked, while having either of these moodlets, they will die by shark attack, and the ghost of the Sim will be purple. But if the Sim wins, they'll receive a shark tooth and get the pumped moodlet. FYI, mermaids cannot be attacked by sharks because they're friends with all sea creatures, which includes the kraken. Mermaids with evil or mean-spirited traits can summon sharks. Isn't that cool? On the flip side, the sea's more rare creature is the kraken. The kraken is a large squid-like monster that lives in the ocean in The Sims 3 Island Paradise. Sims may encounter the kraken in the ocean. The kraken doesn't really appear often, but if Sims stay in a small boat too long, there is a 4% chance of seeing it. But if you're lucky enough to have the Friend of the Kraken lifetime reward, your Sim can click on the boat aside from the houseboats and select Release the Kraken. The kraken will attack the boat shortly after. Once that's done, the kraken will require rest before it can be commanded again. Kraken attacks aren't life-threatening, but they will destroy boats. Also, there's a 1% chance that Sims might be attacked by the kraken. The chance is increased by additional 1% if the kraken has swum by a boat. The boat is nearby a hidden island or during heavy rain. Technically, the kraken can only appear in the world where the ocean is deep enough, such as Isla Paradiso. Other worlds don't really have deep enough oceans. However, you may see it in Sunset Valley or Lucky Palms if you have the expansion pack installed, and if the player looks far enough out into the water. Now let's talk about diving spots. There are 4 diving spots, which all require a scuba diving skill level. Rocky Reef requires level 2, Davy Jones Locker requires level 4, Mermaid's Grotto requires level 7, and Pearl's Deep requires level 9. These pre-built diving areas actually have a lot of things like sea life, fish, seashells, bottles, and map fragment spawners. You can also build your own diving areas. Mermaid townies will occasionally show up underwater at these lots. You can interact with them, and do more, which I'll explain later. So Rocky Reef is more of a beginner's diving spot. It will have many stone arches and some mushroom-like corals. Then there's Davy Jones' Locker. This spot contains underwater caves and treasure chests. And there's Mermaid Grotto, which is my favorite. It will contain underwater caves and 2 treasure chests. Lastly, the Pearls Deep, which is the highest level. This one also will contain a lot of caves and 2 treasure chests. By the way, these caves can actually lead to different locations in the ocean. Hidden secrets! This is like the coolest part of the game, like exploring the ocean and like having all these new features. However, I think that the diving portion of the game will glitch a lot, but thankfully there are many fixes that you can do to combat this. Okay, so I do want to mention some new deaths. First, there's death by shark attack, death by running out of air while scuba diving, and death by dehydration, mermaids only. So let's talk mermaids. Mermaids deserve their own special section of the video. A mermaid in The Sims 3 Island Paradise is a life state that was introduced in this expansion pack. Mermaids are creatures of the ocean and water that can be encountered by diving or just by taking a stroll in the boat in the sea. They can also live on land. A sim can become a mermaid by ingesting mermatic kelp, which can either be obtained by becoming good friends with a mermaid and by using the Ask About Fish Parts interaction while both sims and the mermaid are underwater, or by purchasing the mermatic kelp lifetime reward. Mermaids are the hardest states to become because EA actually wanted this to be an exclusive life state. So that means that you can't manually make your sim a mermaid, like you can't go into Creative Sim and just have a mermaid be created. You need to follow certain steps. However, if you have children with a mermaid, you have a 50% chance of that child being a mermaid themselves. But if both parents are mermaids, that makes it 100% chance. The mermaid's appearance is very unique. Males have a tail with a straight fin like a shark and will go shirtless, while females will wear a seashell bikini top and have tails at the end like a classic dolphin-shaped fluke. Mermaids can transform on land. You can tell they're mermaids by their scaly, colorful legs. Now, for their needs. Hydration. Hydration will actually replace their hygiene. This can be satisfied by just swimming or showering or going into the bathtub. And their hunger. Mermaids don't get much energy from regular meals like the Sims. They require fish and kelp. This part is important. Even if a mermaid is hydrated, they will need to swim in the ocean at least once every 48 hours. Otherwise, they'll get a saltwater deficiency moodlet. And within a day, that will turn into adapting to land. And when that moodlet expires, the mermaid will turn into a normal sim. But to bypass all of that, of course, you can get a lifetime reward called the Permanent Mermaid, which will prevent the mermaid from losing their occult status. Now for their abilities. They have a lot of special abilities. You can breathe and stay underwater indefinitely, and will not get the depressurizing moodlet when returning to the surface. Mermaids can swim faster than normal sims, on surface and underwater. Mermaids who possess a conch shell are able to summon other mermaids, only ones they have met. Mermaids with a mean-spirited or evil trait are able to summon sharks to attack other divers. They're also safe in their aquatic environment and will not be attacked by sharks. However, they can be attacked by cave monsters. And if a mermaid is on a boat, they will not be attacked by the kraken. So for secret hidden islands, they can only be unlocked by becoming good friends with a mermaid in one of the diving areas. After befriending them, they will come up to you and offer to show you a location of a mermaid's secret island. Then that's when they can unlock it. Okay, here's an honorary mention, because honestly I think it was the best thing that was ever created in The Sims 3. And I'm referring to the all-in-one bathrooms. This item is actually seen in the Island Paradise expansion pack first, and then it was also seen in Movie Stuff Pack and in Into the Future. All-in-one bathrooms combine the toilet object with showers, allowing Sims to fulfill both the bladder and their hygiene needs at the same time. It's the best thing ever just because of the fact that it just takes a long time to get your Sims to have full, happiness, everything full bar. And so this just helps everything, and that's why I love having this expansion pack added to any of my games. Anyway, thank you all for watching everything that you need to know about The Sims 3 Island Paradise complete. I hope you all have an amazing and spectacular day.